Now, the first thing men thinks impresses women that actually doesn't is flexing intelligent muscles. Now, my kings, women like intelligent men because we want to be sure that you're a man who can lead. But when you flex your intelligent muscles on us, it is a huge turn off. When you are always so serious about this intelligent thing and trying to show us just how intelligent you are, that is a huge turn off. And a lot of kings make this mistake because they know women like intelligent men. They feel like, okay, let's make every conversation about intelligence. Let's make every conversation so serious. Now you have conversations that you're sitting with a woman and you're discussing strong issues. And I'm not saying this is a problem, but you see, when it is something that is constant, of course, I'm not saying women don't want to have intelligent conversations, but really, is that why I am on a date with you to talk about World War III and the things you know and geography and history and yeah, my kings, it's pardon me, but it's just, I don't know. It's a huge terror for women. Let's just keep it at that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be an intelligent king, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have intelligent conversations with the women you're interested in or with the woman in your life. But please do not flex your intelligent muscles on your woman. Don't make everything too uptight and too educational. Don't turn it into an intelligence battle, an IQ battle where you're both just going back and forth about things that have no business in your conversations. Well, I don't even like it a lot, but this is something I know a lot of kings actually fall into because kings know that queens are interested in intelligent men, and because of that, sometimes they are too uptight, too rigid, trying to have intellectual conversations all the time just to show the woman that, okay, the IQ here is high, to show the woman that that thing you're looking for, I have it. Most times, you just end up turning the woman off. Take it from a woman's perspective, flexing your intelligent muscles on us is a huge turn off. So if you're a king who thinks this is something that impresses women, please rethink and stop doing that because it doesn't. Another thing men think impresses women that actually doesn't is excessive gifting. Now, my kings, if you meet a woman and just in a few days' time you are bombarding her with gifts, you might think this is a way to impress a woman. A lot of kings actually think that, but believe me, this can be a huge turnoff for women. For a woman who knows what she's about, when you start gifting her excessively at the early stages, she starts thinking that there is something wrong. She starts thinking that maybe you're trying to buy her love. Maybe you're trying to buy her attention. Maybe you're trying to win her over, or maybe you're trying to cover up something with the gifts that you're bombarding her with. She feels like you're probably flawed somewhere and you're trying to use those gifts to confuse her so that she focuses on those gifts and overlook those things that you are flawed on. You see, that is a problem. And now even for a manipulative woman, that just goes to show her that, okay, this one is open to be manipulated. Oh, let's go. And then she's going to accept it quickly and then, just use and manipulate you. And that way, it still doesn't end up for you. So excessive gifting doesn't impress women, especially for the type of woman you want for yourself. You can scare away that queen that you actually want. That's your type of woman, that high-value woman, by giving her excessive gifts. Like I've explained, it can be something that makes her step back and wonder if there is something you're trying to hide from her, or if you're trying to buy her love over with the giftings. So please, my kings, don't include this in your plan. It doesn't impress women. At least it doesn't impress the type of woman I know you want for yourself as a king. Another thing men think impresses women that actually doesn't is excessive calling and texting. Now, my kings, again, you meet a woman newly Now you're so excited to get to know her, so you're always calling and texting at every time. Now this is going to do two things. It is going to make this woman feel like you have nothing going on in your life, because if you were busy, how are you going to get the time to be calling her all the time? And don't get me wrong, women want their attention, but when it is a sex scene, they now begin to think that, nah, this man has nothing going on in his life. And again, we are interested in high-value women here. We are looking for queens here. So if you're looking for a queen, excessive calling and texting will be a huge turn-off for that queen you want for yourself. Or, like I said, it's going to do two things. The second thing it's going to do is going to make the woman feel like you want to control her. Because this woman had a life before you met her. So with your excessive calling and texting and expecting her to respond to these calls and texts, she feels like you want to come into her life and make it all about you. You want to control her life. You want to, make her shift whatever she was doing and just focus only on you. And for an ambitious woman, that is a huge turn-off, because you're trying to disrupt her daily life. You're trying to disrupt what she already has going on for herself. And like I said, on here, we are looking for high-value women. We're looking for queens. And because as a king, these are the type of women you want for yourself. Excessive calling and texting is a no-no. You might think it's impressive. She might actually even find it impressive maybe for some days. But, wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or a month into it, she's going to start having a rethink. And because you don't want that, do not excessively call a woman or text her after you just met her. Another thing men think impresses women that actually doesn't is talking bad about your ex or exes. Now, my kings, this is something a lot of kings fall into easily, because they feel like if they tell this woman that they are interested in or talking to just how bad their ex or exes were, this one is going to want to step in and, show them what true love is. But that is actually a big turn-off for most women. In fact, women generally do not want to hear about your ex. We don't want to know. Yeah, we might want to hear a thing or two about your past, but you always talking about it, it's a huge no. Even if that ex is bad in your story, it can make a woman believe that you're a manipulative man who is just trying to talk bad about your exes so that she feels safe with you. And then at the end of the day, she's going to notice that you were the problem from the beginning, that you were the problem even with your exes. Or she's still going to feel like you still have things or feelings for this ex of yours, because if you're always talking about them, regardless the fact that you're talking bad about them, it means you're still thinking about them. It means you still have something for them. And then again, that's a huge turn off. And that is why it is definitely something you should resist with all your strength. Resist every urge to talk bad or eat good about your ex. Just leave it. If situations come up where you need to talk a little about your ex or exes, just, briefly touch on it and move past it. Don't dwell so much on it and don't talk so much badly about your ex, regardless whatever it is she did to you. Just focus on getting to know this new woman you just met, because talking bad about your ex is a huge turn-off for most women. Another thing men think impresses women that actually doesn't is talking marriage. Now, my kings, if you meet a high-value woman who knows what she's about and you start talking marriage few days into getting to know her, she is going to flee from you. This is because she's going to think that, why, this one thinks I'm desperate? Does he want to use marriage to trap me? Does he think I'm so gullible that he can use something as marriage to make me fall for him? Now she thinks you're trying to play her. Now she thinks you're trying to, use her, because she believes that, okay, for you to be bringing marriage so quickly, then something is wrong. It takes rare situations where probably the woman herself has prayed for maybe a miracle to, meet someone and marry them in a short time, for you to start talking marriage in the early stages and a woman doesn't get started. And here is the thing, most times kings genuinely just think that this would impress a woman. And maybe that is genuinely how you actually feel. You want to marry the woman, you meet her, because most times kings actually know when they find the one. They just know. I don't know how. You kings can maybe tell me in the comments below, but I know you kings just know when you have the one. So maybe you're actually being genuine, but that is going to scare this woman because you just met me. You don't even know me. How are you already talking marriage? It just makes her think there is something fishy. That is why you should definitely not do that. You should make sure you already have some connection with a woman, or at least you're both sinking to a certain extent before you bring that up. Because most times a woman is going to think that there is something fishy going on. So if you're a king who still thinks that talking marriage impresses women, please have a rethink, because it doesn't. At least most of the time. And at least for the type of woman you want for yourself. Now, the last thing on my list today, men think impresses women that actually doesn't, is flattery. Now, my kings, you're only going to impress a woman who is seeking validation from men, a woman who feeds on male validation with flattery. For a high-value woman who knows what she's about, which again is the type of woman we're aiming for here, flattery is going to be a huge turn-off. Don't tell a woman all those, you're beautiful, has anyone told you, you look like the sky, you look like this, all those generic compliments that just comes from you. Okay, this is something I know women love to hear. She's not going to appreciate that. A high-value woman is going to appreciate it more when you compliment her strengths that you have paid attention to, observed about her, and then compliment her on. She's going to appreciate the fact that you paid attention enough to her to find out the strength about her and compliment it. That is what is actually going to impress a high-value woman. So all those baseless flattery is definitely going to be a huge turn-off. And because we know we are focused on getting high-value women points for us on this channel, you should make sure you remove flattery from your approach to a woman. It is better, like I said, you compliment her on things about her you've noticed, things about her that you've paid attention to and observed. That will be much more appreciated by the type of woman you want for yourself. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 6 things men think impresses women that actually doesn't. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Go out to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.